Hi, good morning. I'm here with Ellis Mensah of Merck, and I'm so excited here at U.S. Veterans Magazine. We're going to be talking a little bit about himself and Merck. And I want to first start off by mentioning that Merck has been recognized as a top veteran-friendly employer. This is not the first time with the U.S. Veterans Magazine. And we are so thrilled to have you here today to talk to you and know a little bit more about you. First, I'm going to start off with you. And I want you to tell me a little bit about yourself, your name, your title, your role, responsibilities, a little bit of background. We want to get to know you, Ellis. So, how are you doing this morning?
I'm so great, Lisa. Thank you so much for having me. It's truly an honor. So I've been with Merck for about 4 years now. I actually started out in bulk sterile manufacturing for antibiotics. Amazing experience working in MMD and in the manufacturing process. And then I later moved on into a product management role, which I currently do now with global clinical supply. So I help support our clinical studies that we run around the world. Um, Prior to this,
Fantastic. Wow.
yeah, thank you,
Just
thank
kind of
you.
said that, but around the world. So, you have a huge responsibility. What is your exact title?
I'm a clinical supply project manager, senior specialist. That's my exact role.
Well, it's a mouthful, too. Well, congratulations. Great, great role.
Thank
So,
you, thank you, thank you.
don't want to interrupt you, but you just kind of went over that, but very, very
No,
good.
it's okay, it's okay. Hey,
So,
if you
tell
don't
me
mind,
about
I'm gonna
are
take off my headphones real quick just so I can hear
yeah,
you a little better. That's okay?
sure, sure, absolutely.
All right, cool.
Okay. So you are a veteran, is that right?
Yes, yes. I'm in the New Jersey National Guard. I actually started my military career in college. I did ROTC at Rutgers University. I was an SMP cadet, so that meant that I was a cadet and I was also enlisted in the New Jersey National Guard. So I went infantry, and I was an infantry PFC for a little bit. And then when I graduated, I commissioned as a second lieutenant and I went aviation. So I was an aviation officer in the New Jersey National Guard. So I flew Black Hawk helicopters. Did that for a number of years, and I just recently accepted a broadening assignment teaching officer candidate school. So I help with other enlisted soldiers and other soldiers that want to be officers, like kind of train them on how to do that through the OCS course.
Well, Ellis, that's very impressive. First of all, thank you for
Thank
your service. But again, you say things and it just you seem like a very humble man, but I
you.
just think it's very impressive. And
You're very kind.
I know it's not the easiest thing to go from active duty to civilian, work. And could you tell us about that journey to go from active duty to your current role?
Yeah, yeah. So for me, it's little unique. So I was in the National Guard, but I did go away for flight school for over a year. So I was on a military base for a year during that training. So transitioning back, it wasn't too bad. I did have a job, and that job accepted me back after my training, so that made things pretty easy, I would say. But I know something that's very challenging, unique for reservists or people in the National Guard is just balancing their military obligations with their work obligations and having to do the training that they have to do, whether it's 1 week in a month or longer. I know for us in aviation, our flight requirements are the same as active duty. So I still need to do my night vision goggle hours. I still need to do my instrument hours. I still need to do all that stuff during the week. So there are many times where excuse me, where during work, at the end of the day, I'd go to fly during the week. And so having a manager that really understands like what you're doing is huge. And it's very challenging. You're very busy. You have to really be on top of your time management and everything else that you're doing. And for a portion of that journey, while I was doing both my civilian work and the military, I was also in school working on my MBA. So there were some challenging times for sure.
Again, very impressed, Ellis. That is
Thank you, thank you.
pretty outstanding as a human being and also as a veteran. But I will tell you that that's one of the reasons why Merck is constantly recognized. They do all types of things that people are unaware of, and it makes them a leader. Having someone who understands the veteran and their background and having them in a type of a management role where again you can go to them and tell them what you have going on and they can support you so you could be the best that you can be but also the best for the company, and
Mhm.
so they see that And I think it's companies like that that can excel because everyone is happy. And I know they do that. And I'm very familiar with their Veterans Leadership Network, which is
Nice.
part of an ERG.
Mhm.
And some companies are still not even on board with this, but Merck's been doing this for a while. Can you tell us about Merck's Veteran Leadership Network, the VLN, and
Yeah.
how does this volunteer-based group benefit veterans, volunteers, and most importantly, the other employees who may not be familiar with military culture?
Yeah, absolutely,
That
absolutely.
is just so smart for a company to have this because it helps both sides. So I'm
Yeah,
going to
no, I
have you
appreciate that.
share it. Tell me about it since you're in it.
So, yeah, so I'm very familiar with the Veterans EBRG. I've actually been a part of the EBRG for pretty much all 4 years I've been at the company. I
Mhm.
started out as a chapter lead in Elkton, Virginia. Then I became a chapter engagement lead, helping all the other chapters in the U.S. do some of the cool events and things that we're doing to build community and promote veterans and the work that veterans are doing. And then I eventually became the global lead. So it's been a year now that I've been the global lead for the Veterans Leadership Network. And during that time, I've had, I'd say, one, two, maybe 4, 5 different managers, and they've all been incredibly supportive and helpful in everything that I've been doing with the VLN. So they've been absolutely fantastic. But yes, what the VLN does is we really help create a community for anyone that has served, and also for allies and for spouses as well. So I think something that's really important is that like most of our leadership structure for the VLN, we actually have like our own like it's like a company within the company, more or
Right,
less. But
right.
yeah, and everyone in it, like it's a mix. It's a mix of veterans, a mix of allies, a mix of spouses. So it's not just for veterans. We're welcoming for everyone
It's like a
in the
support group
community.
almost. It's like a
Yeah,
team.
it is. It is.
I'm very familiar. Yes. Keep
Yeah, it
going.
is. It is. And
Yeah.
we talk about, career development. We do stuff for actual professional development, whether it's just us having a conversation, just a few people, or we're actually doing like a seminar. We have a formal and a summit that we do every year. In the summit, we actually have this like a leadership development summit that we do, and we invite both veterans and work employees to come to that event. And we do like resume writing workshops. We have networking events. We have this leadership development. We do all sorts of events. We work with our global talent acquisition team and all of our senior leaders to help bring that together. We have a formal where we celebrate the military and all the members in the VLN, all that we've done for the year. We do sponsorships. We work with, for instance, Four
Mhm.
Block, and another one called the Honor Foundation, which are both transitioning. They help transitioning service members. We also do work with Stop Soldier Suicide, which we just recently began to work with. Very excited about that. We also support SkillBridge and Hiring Our Heroes, two huge programs, and two
Very
programs that we've been
excellent.
yeah, we've been promoting that quite a bit, and we actually this year we've actually had more departments interested in SkillBridge and Hiring Our Heroes because of all the benefits that it brings to the different departments. So we do a lot of work in a lot of different areas. Those are just some of the things that I can remember off the top of my head. It's like a whole chart that we have of all the things that we're tracking. We have a book club, we have a mentorship group that we have with I think over 100 mentees and mentors. We do a lot of different things, but at the end of the day, it's all for supporting the veterans. And I also forgot to mention we have a speaker series that we do as well. Two of them actually. One is for kind of like leadership development, where we kind of have a leader that's usually from the military talk a little bit about what they've done and their career transitions, and it's kind of like an interview kind of a thing, like
Mhm.
talk show almost kind of vibe.
Right.
And then we also have another one where it's a military service member. They talk about their journey through the military and transitioning to Merck as well. And there's our Merck employees. So we really do a lot just to really share, just what veterans are doing and what we're about, because people don't really know a lot about us sometimes.
Right.
Um,
And you don't because that's not
yeah,
how you're being groomed to do that. And they
yeah,
give you
yeah.
a platform to allow you to share your story, but also
Hmm.
share the culture of the veteran. Both ways. I know it's an honor to work for them, but you seem like a fine stand-up gentleman
Oh, thank you,
and
thank you.
not an employee, not only an employee, but a veteran and a group project manager, as well as, a support system. So I wish you the absolute best, and I want to thank
Thank
you
you.
for this interview. I'd love to
Of
get to
course.
know you, and I think that you will see this in the next issue coming up, and
Cool.
I look forward to having everybody read about Merck and their program as well as you. And I wish you
Awesome.
the absolute best.
Thank
Please stay
you.
in touch. I hope you subscribe to the magazine and tell all your friends. And we're always here to support all the veterans for all that they've done and let them know that there are companies like Merck that are there to support them, employ them, and have them grow as a family and live a very happy, pleasant life. So, on behalf
Absolutely.
of the U.S. Veterans Magazine, I absolutely wish you the best. God bless. Take care. We'll be in touch.
Thank you. Thank you.